The bell rang for lunch at Greenvale High School, and sunlight streamed through the long glass windows of the old hallway. Lila Thompson walked slower than everyone else, her curiosity leading her toward the abandoned art wing, a part of the school students were told to avoid. Rumor had it that inside the old art room, there was a candle that never went out, not even under sunlight. Lila had laughed when she first heard it. But yesterday, she'd seen something with her own eyes. At exactly 12 p.m., through the dusty window, a faint orange glow flickered inside that room. She thought maybe it was a reflection, until she saw smoke curling upward. Today, she had to know the truth. She peeked around the corner, her sneakers silent against the linoleum floor. The door to the art room stood half open, the wood blackened from age. Inside, the candle sat on an iron stand, thick, white, unmelted, its flame calm and golden, even though sunlight poured directly on it. It shouldn't be burning. Lila Thompson. The voice startled her. She turned to see Mr. Hargrove, the school's caretaker, holding his ring of keys. His face looked pale. "What are you doing here?" he asked, stepping forward. "Students aren't allowed in this wing." I was just curious. Why is there a candle burning in the middle of the day?" Lila asked. Mr. Hargrove's eyes darkened. "You should never ask that question again," he said quietly. He moved past her, grabbed a metal lid, and placed it over the candle. The flame died instantly, but only for a moment. Before her eyes, the lid rattled, then lifted itself, and the candle reignited, bright and alive again. Lila gasped. Mr. Hargrove's hands trembled. "You didn't see that," he whispered. "Go back to your class. Please." But Lila couldn't move. There was something about that light, something that felt alive, like it was breathing. When she finally walked back toward the cafeteria, her mind wouldn't stop replaying that flicker. How could fire burn in sunlight? And why did Mr. Hargrove look afraid of it? She decided she wouldn't stop until she found out. The next morning, Lila found her friend Noah Bennett leaning against her locker, as usual. "You look like you saw a ghost," he said, smirking. "Not a ghost," Lila said. "A candle." "That's even weirder." She told him everything, the art room, the candle that relit itself, Mr. Hargrove's strange warning. Noah laughed at first, but when he saw the seriousness in her eyes, his grin faded. "You're saying it burned, in daylight?" "That's not possible." "I know what I saw," she replied. "And today, I'm going back at noon. Want to come?" Noah hesitated. "Sure. Let's debunk your haunted candle." At 11:55 a.m., the hallway was quiet. Students were at lunch, and sunlight blazed through the high windows. They slipped into the old wing, their footsteps echoing against the tiled floor. Inside the art room, the candle stood exactly as before. Noah crouched to inspect it. "It's not plugged in. No wires. Maybe it's some kind of chemical wick." "Then why would they keep it hidden?" Lila said. The wall clock ticked toward noon, 11:59. 12 o'clock. And then, whoosh! The wick caught flame, bright and alive. Noah jumped back. "What the hell?" The air shimmered with heat, though there was no match, no spark. The candle just lit itself. But what chilled them wasn't the flame, it was the shadow it cast on the wall. A human silhouette, slender, motionless, like someone was standing right behind the candle. Yet the room was empty. "Do you see that?" Lila whispered. Before Noah could answer, a voice, soft, distant, and young, echoed faintly through the room. "Don't let her forget me." Lila's heart froze. Who said that? No one replied. Only the candle flickered, as if answering. Noah's skepticism cracked. "We are leaving," he said firmly. But as they turned, they saw Mr. Hargrove standing at the doorway, pale and sweating. "You two shouldn't be here," he said shakily. "You'll wake her again." "Huh?" Lila repeated. "Who are you talking about?" Mr. Hargrove shut the door behind him. 25 years ago, this school caught fire. The art room burned first. A student named Emily Ross, she didn't make it out. Lila felt her stomach twist. The candle was her project, Mr. Hargrove said. An art assignment. She called it Light That Never Dies. After the fire, the candle was found untouched, still burning. "We tried to remove it, to destroy it, but it always came back. Always relit at noon." He looked at them with desperate eyes. "You must leave it alone. The flame doesn't just burn wax. It burns memory." Lila couldn't sleep that night. The voice, "Don't let her forget me," echoed in her dreams. When she woke up, her desk lamp was flickering, like a heartbeat. She checked the clock. 11:48 a.m. Something inside her whispered that she needed to go back, alone. By the time she reached the old wing, the school was silent under the glaring noon sun. The air inside the art room felt warmer than usual, and the candle was already lit. The flame seemed brighter now, almost white. She took a step closer, heart pounding. Her reflection danced in the glass jar near the stand, but behind her reflection was another face. A girl. Long hair. Burn marks faintly visible on her neck. Lila gasped. "Emily." The flame flared, and the voice returned, clearer this time. "They forgot me. She made them forget. Please, remember." "She?" Lila whispered. "Who?" Before the word left her mouth, the door creaked open. Principal Marlene Wood stood there, her face tight with fear. "Lila, get away from it." "You knew," Lila said. "You knew about Emily." Principal Wood's voice trembled. "I was here when it happened. I was her teacher. She stayed back to finish her art project. I was supposed to check on her, but I forgot. I forgot." Her eyes welled up. "When the fire started, I ran. I told everyone she wasn't inside. The guilt, it never left. The candle, it reminds me every day." The flame suddenly blazed higher, spilling light across the walls. The air shimmered like heat waves, and a faint figure appeared beside the candle. A girl of 16, her face kind but sad. "Emily." Lila stepped closer. "She doesn't want revenge. She just doesn't want to be forgotten." Emily turned to Principal Woods, her eyes reflecting the firelight. "You can rest now, if you remember me." The principal fell to her knees, whispering, "I remember you, Emily. I never stopped." The flame steadied, calm, golden, and finally, dimmed. For the first time in decades, the candle began to melt. Lila and Principal Woods watched as wax dripped slowly, the smell of lavender filling the room. Mr. Hargrove appeared at the door, tears in his eyes. "It's over," he said softly. But Lila shook her head. "No. It's beginning. The school needs to know her story." Epilogue. 2 weeks later, Greenvale High unveiled a new mural in the front hall. A girl painting under bright sunlight, a single candle glowing beside her. A plaque beneath read, "In memory of Emily Ross, the light that never dies." The real candle now sat safely inside a glass case in the library. Students passed by it every day, some stopping to stare. At exactly 12 p.m., when sunlight hit the glass, the candle's wick glimmered faintly, not burning, just glowing, like a soft reminder that some memories refuse to fade, even under the brightest sun. And every day, Lila would smile quietly at that flicker, hearing a faint whisper inside her mind. "Thank you for remembering me." Electric light bulb theme summary. A story about memory, guilt, and redemption, set in daylight, but carrying a haunting chill that light cannot wash away. The candle symbolizes the undying truth that even when everyone forgets, some souls keep burning, until they are remembered.